Welcome to Online Design with me, your host, Jeff Floyd. I'm the designer-in-chief here at Celebrating Home, and this time of year is when we love to decorate our doors. I think a welcoming door means so much to an autumn home. You know, I love going down the streets at this time of year and seeing the creativity that people use when they do that. Well, I want to show you one that I think is fun that you can add to your door this autumn. I love this pumpkin chalkboard sign. It's one of those pieces that we're going to use on the door. We're going to use it on the counter inside the home. We're going to use it on the mantle. We're going to use it many places because how much fun is it to do the messaging in chalk that just gives you that really vintage feel, okay? So all I've done is started with a grapevine wreath base. Then I've just added the grapevine, the beautiful fall wreath garland. And when I use fall wreath garlands that are wired like this, like the ones at Celebrating Home, I just make sure that they go in and out. And just I don't ever make it where it's all just one, where it's all snug right down onto that grapevine. So I've secured that with cable ties. Then I came back and I secured the sign with cable ties. I did one at the top, and then you can usually, or you can find little spots in the bottom where you can go through from one side to the other on the chalkboard sign, so that you can secure it on the top and the bottom because you don't want it to be insecure. And then just to finish this off, I'm going to show you a couple of really easy ways to finish this off. If you're one that don't want to cut, you don't want to have to get the wire cutters out and do all those things, we have this beautiful fall Boston fern bush that I think has gorgeous color to it. You've got all the way from this beautiful, really pretty sage green, then all of this is hand tinted with this wonderful berry color that's on top of this amber and this green. There's multitudes of colors here. If you want to just use this, then I say you just use the grapevine wreath as your mechanics, push that in, combine that in a little bit with your wreath garland, and you're done. And what a great wreath that is then. And I've got this propped on an easel, so that's why sometimes it looks a little bit different. But then you've got a piece, you're ready to go. Hang on the door, you're done. Now, that's for those that don't want to do any cutting. I have not cut one thing to get that in. The other option then that I have, and let me just take that out, the other option I want to show you then is this great Black-Eyed Susan bundle that we sell here at Celebrating Home. It comes like this. So you're going to get all the individual pieces and a great raffia bow that we're going to untie. And we're going to use this. We're going to use every piece of this. I've cut all the stems just short. I didn't measure any of them. I just cut them where they're at the bottom of the thing. Then I always come out, and you can't do this wrong. It is nature. It grows however you would like it to grow. Then I think we just use these. And what I would do, then I would hot glue these in if I'm going to put them on a front door. You can put them in there and they'll stay pretty good, but I do think for security you need to put a little hot glue in. You've got 3 of these. We're going to take that tag off. We're going to come back, and we're just going to place those where they just add another little dimension thing here. See, now this is setting up this far, probably 8 inches off of the wreath itself. We're going to add all 3 of those and just kind of place those around on the wreath design. I love that. Then these great, I love this because it's just got enough glitter that it glits and shines a little bit. Can you imagine that on your front door when people are actually driving and looking at your creativity? That's what's going to catch their attention, is that glitter that's on here. We're just going to add a little bit of that in. Again, we'll just take that and stick it right into the grapevine core itself. How fun is that? We got a couple of those, so we're going to put one over there. And then let's put one over here that just kind of overlaps the pumpkin chalkboard itself. Again, I'm just sticking it in that grapevine wreath. Let's have that overlap a little bit. So then, again, you're ready to go. That's a little more complicated when you start to cut and you start to put the pieces in. Then you've got your raffia. Add it wherever you'd like. It's pieces of raffia. You can use it all in one piece. You can add it in a couple of pieces. I think I'll take a couple of pieces of it. I'll tie one right here onto, and I'm not going to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie a knot so that it just stays right where I want it. It adds that fun. I think it adds another texture to the design. We're just going to tie that on, pull it out a little bit. How fun is that? We'll take the other piece. Let's tie it kind of over here on this side a little bit so that we've got a little symmetry going between the two sides. Got a little of that going. We'll tie that in a knot, and then truly it's ready to hang on the door. That's a little more complicated for that designer, that customer, that friend that wants to cut and do a little bit of hot gluing, but it's still simple. It's still simple. It's done in less than 15 minutes both ways. You can take that beautiful fall fern bush, pick it in, you're done, or you can cut a little bit and add to it and get this. And this could say welcome. This could be your 222 Fairview, if that's your street number. It could do whatever you want to on the board itself. That's the beauty and that's the fun of this piece. Love decorating fall doors every year, and especially this year with these great components that we have at Celebrating Home.